In this video, I am going to explain you about system level approach, that is hardware and software code design. See here, it is well known that a particular functionality can be realized purely by a hardware. You already see in previous chapters, if a functionality is given, with respect to functionality, we will develop a hardware. Let us take some examples. Let us take a NAND gate. NAND gate is the functionality is AB bar. The NAND gate, the functionality is AB bar. The AB bar will be generated with respect to hardware. This AB bar, this functionality AB bar is converted into the hardware. How we will convert the hardware? We have three approaches. We will see three approaches. The first one is NMOS based, then CMOS based, then PAS transistors. By using these three approaches, we will convert the functionality into the hardware. In these topics, we will see the functionality is converted with respect to both hardware and software. That is the hardware and software code design. If we have a functionality, let us take example A into B bar. That is the functionality of NAND gate. Thus, NAND gate can be converted into hardware by using the NMOS, CMOS, and PAS transistors. Here, we will convert this functionality into other functionalities into with respect to hardware and software. We will see how to convert the functionality into the hardware and software code designing. We will see in this section. For that, we will take one example. That example is realizing a microcontroller based system to monitoring the temperature of a water bath. Means here is monitoring the temperature by using the microcontroller. This is the example we will see. For this example, we will construct the hardware and software code designing, and we will construct the two approaches, then we will compare two approaches, then we will select one approach according to the application. We will see that one. See here, this is the example realizing a microcontroller based system to monitor the temperature of a water bath. Here we monitor the temperature by using the microcontroller. See the solution for this example. How can we build this microcontroller based hardware and software code designing? See here the solution. The above application we required an analog and digital converter. For this above application, for this above example, for this above application we required a analog and digital converter. Why we require analog and digital converter means, see here, the input is a temperature. The input is a temperature here. The input is a temperature to the microcontroller. The temperature is a analog one. The microcontroller doesn't accept the analog signals. It accepts the digital signal. That's why the temperature analog input is converted into digital input, and we will give the digital input to the microcontroller. By according to this, we will have a analog to digital converter. The analog to digital converter convert the temperature signal into the digital signal. Then see here, digital signal passes to the central processing unit of the microcontroller. In this we will take one assumption, that is the A to D controller is not in a built-in of microcontroller. Means it is not a on-chip device. The A to D analog to digital controller, assume that the analog to digital controller is not a on-chip device. It is a off-chip device. Assume that it is a off-chip device. Then we have two alternate approaches to implement this application. We will see one by one. We have two approaches to implement this application by using hardware and software code designing. Okay, we will see one by one. Here the assumption is the microcontroller is not a on-chip one. It is an off-chip device. Assume that it is an off-chip device. When you assume that it is an off-chip device, at that time we have two alternative approaches to implement this application, or to implement the A to D converter. We will see those in one by one. See here the first approach. Here, see this one. Here we are using analog to digital converter. The digital inputs is given to the microcontroller. This is the simple operation for the above example or of above application. See here, in this we are using the high performance A to D converter, and it is expensive. Means the cost of this A to D converter is expensive. Why it is expensive? Means in this we are getting high performance. The analog input is the temperature input. Then this temperature input is converted into digital form. Then digital form is given to the microcontroller. This is the operation of getting the temperature by using the microcontroller, or observe the temperature by using the microcontroller. See here we have some commands. This is EOC. EOC is nothing but end of conversion. if there is any input here, at that time the A to DC analog to digital converter will send the end of conversion to the microcontroller. At that time the microcontroller will stop the operation, and we have start conversion signal. When you switch on this system, at that time the microcontroller send the command, that is start convert signal. At that time the A to D converter converts the analog to the digital inputs. This is the operation. In this we are taking the high performance analog to digital converter, and the cost is also it is a expensive one. The analog to digital converter is a expensive one. Here we will get the high performance, but the cost is very high and power dissipation is also very high. When using this approach, the cost is very high and power dissipation is also very high, but the performance is very high. That one advantage is of the performance by using this first approach. Then we will see the second one. This is the second approach. The second approach, in place of high performance analog to digital converter, we will replace with a digital to analog converter with a comparator. See here, this is a digital to analog converter. In place of analog to digital converter, we will replace a digital to analog converter with a comparator. This is a comparator. This compares these two signals and will give to the microcontroller. This compare the analog input and the output of digital to analog converter will have analog input. These two analog inputs will compare and gives to the output will gives to the microcontroller. This is the operation. And using the second approach, in this approach we will replace the high performance analog to digital converter into a digital to analog converter with a comparator. This is a less expensive hardware. In first approach we are using with respect to hardware. In first approach with respect to hardware we are using few lines of software coding. Remember that one. In first approach with respect to hardware, with respect to high performance A to D converter, we are using few lines of software. In here we will replace the analog to digital converter with the digital to analog converter with the comparator, and we are using more software lines. Here the upper hand is software than that of the hardware. In first approach the upper hand is hardware than that of the software. Remember that thing. Okay, here this hardware is less expensive one. Recollect one condition based on the application. We are monitoring the temperature. Temperature doesn't changes quickly. As we know, the temperature doesn't changes quickly. Means the high performance circuit is not required according to the application. In first approach we have high performance A to D converter. Means high performance A to D converter means the sampling rate is very high. But we didn't need that sampling rate. The less sampling rate and less performance is enough for the application. Why less performance is enough for this application means the temperature doesn't changes quickly. In this approach we are using inexpensive one less performance devices, less performance hardware, that is D2A converter and comparator. Means this approach, the second approach is perfectly suitable for the application. Means here we have less performance and it is costless, and also the power dissipation will be very less in second approach. In first approach that is high performance but expensive and power dissipation will be high. Compared to the second approach, the first approach has a high expensive and high power dissipation and high performance. In second approach, in the first approach, in second approach we have less expensive, less performance as low power consumption. The less expensive circuit is enough for this application. Why the less expensive circuit is enough for this application means we are monitoring the temperature. Temperature doesn't changes quickly, means it is enough to have a less sampling rate. We didn't require a high sampling rate. That's why we are choosing the approach 2 based on the application, based on our application, that is microcontroller based temperature monitoring system. We enough to have the second approach. The efficiency for the second approach is enough in order to monitoring the temperature. Why is enough means the temperature doesn't changes quickly. Then this approach is very suitable. Compared to these two approaches, we finally conclude that based on the application, we are choosing a particular approach. If you want a high performance based on the high performance application, at that time we are choosing the first approach. Then it is enough to have a low performance, at that time we are using the second approach. Based upon the application we are choosing the we are choosing the any approach, and we are choosing the how much hardware we require and how much software we require based on the application. This is the concept of hardware and software code design. Finally we conclude that the based upon the application, we will take the perfect approach. Here we will see two approaches. We didn't have two approaches, we have so many approaches based on the hardware and software code designing, and based on the hardware we are using and based on software we are using, we have many approaches. We will take one approach regarding to the many approach based on the application. That is the final conclusion of this topic.